Hi, folks. Dom Lawson here. I just realised my zip's undone. Right. Didn't dress myself properly this morning. Hello. Time for another iron sandwich. Thrilling stuff, obviously, because my opinions are very, very important, and you should all listen to them and adhere to them to the letter. I wouldn't really. That would be weird. Anyway, yes. As you may know, if you're a fan of the rock music and the heavy metal, this coming weekend is time for the annual Download Festival at Castle Donington. I'm a big fan of Download, and I know what reaction that will prompt straight away is, "Well, you get in for free, you would bloody like it." Yeah, fair point. And the other reaction, of course, is, "Oh, well, I don't like the lineup." Well, don't go then. That's the end of that conversation. Brilliant. I'm just going to do basically a run through the things that I was going to say the things that I recommend that you go and check out, but really you can do whatever the fuck you like. Obviously, why the fuck would you listen to me? This is not all you need to know about Download. This is all I need to know about Download. These are the bands that I'm going to go and see. Basically. If you think that your taste coincides with mine to any degree, then you might want to follow my words of wisdom. Or you might want to dismiss me as a hairy prick. I don't know. It's entirely up to you. Don't really care. If I'm getting paid for doing this at all, probably not. It's such a tiny amount that really I'm not spending a lot of time on it. Really, I literally just wrote a list down just now. It took about 2 minutes of bands that I think are good that are playing at Download. Anyway, it's doubtless it will be pissing down with rain, so bring an umbrella. But anyway, I'm going to start with Friday. Okay, so my tips for Friday, and these are tips for me, not for you. You can watch whatever you like. I don't care. Top of my list, I've written Baby Godzilla. Now, Baby Godzilla are playing in. Let me just check. They're playing the Red Bull Studios live stage. That's an awful name for a stage, isn't it? Fuck me. The Red Bull stage, let's call it. And if you haven't seen Baby Godzilla, then for God's sake, go. That tent should be absolutely fucking rammed when they're playing, because they are one of the most astonishing live bands I've ever seen, I think, and certainly recently. Absolute mayhem. Describing their music's a bit difficult. I mean, it's kind of got elements of hardcore and noise and metal and punk and everything, but it's total chaos and brilliant, totally compelling. So go and see them. Another one that I'm definitely going to check out is I Am Fire, which is the new band from Peter Dolving, who used to be the frontman in The Haunted, and Mary Beats Jane, if you're old enough to remember them. I've only heard one song by them, but it was brilliant. I think it's going to be released online soon. It was kind of sludgy metal, really, but with Dolving's amazing voice on it. I don't know. They might be dreadful. Who knows? That might be the only song they've got that's good, but I doubt it. Anyway, he's a charismatic guy and he drinks a lot of coffee, so I'm a big fan of Peter. What stage are I and Fire on? Let's have a look. Oh yeah, they're on the Pepsi Max stage. Don't ever drink any Pepsi Max. I would say that it's absolutely foul. But go to the stage. Headlining that stage, Opeth and Anathema are on before them, and I don't really need to explain to you why you need to go and see Opeth and Anathema. If you like interesting music and adventurous music and emotionally powerful music, then Opeth and Anathema are the kind of bands that you probably already like, and you're probably already planning to see them. So I don't even know why I'm saying this, and that was a very long sentence. If you've got the attention span of a 2-year-old, and then obviously don't bother going to see them, because there's a bit more. There's stuff beneath the surface. It's not just your bangers. So obviously all the grown men crying during Anathema's set, and then grown men doing Air Mellotron during Opeth's set. Fabulous. One band that routinely get overlooked when people do these things, playing on the Zippo Encore stage, which I'm going to henceforth refer to as the second stage. There's a bunch of bands playing on Friday, but the Offspring are headlining, so I've kind of avoided looking at that because they're awful. But the Answer are playing now. There's Rival Sons and Temperance Movement are both playing as well. If you're into the kind of old school 70s rock revival, for want of a better word, then those bands are great. But The Answer to me are, I know a lot of people probably say, oh, they should have been, they had their moment and it's past. But actually, their latest album is the best thing they've done since the debut, and they're always, for me anyway, thrilling live. A proper rock and roll band with one of the best frontmen in the business. So go and check them out. The main stage. Obviously, if you're an Avenged fan, you're going to go and see Avenged. I probably will go and see Avenged. They were great at Wembley, so what can I say? You might want to go and see Crossfaith if you like the idea of metalcore with synths and people jumping up and down a lot. That's fine. When they write some songs, I imagine they'll be really good. Skindred, always fantastic. One of the best live bands on the planet. And if you miss Skindred, then you are basically a tit. So hopefully there won't be anybody watching any of the other bands when Skindred are on the stage. Although it probably clashes with the Answers. So I'm going to regret saying that now. But anyway, Black Label Society will be amazing. Zach's always great, as long as he doesn't do too many solos. And the recent album is, the best album they've done for a decade or more, so it should be on great form. Contrary to what other people have been saying, or contrary to, I suppose, the cool point of view, Within Temptation are a great live band. And if you're into that whole kind of Evanescence-y, Lacuna Coil-y kind of thing, they're the best of those bands by a fucking mile. They've got way better songs, incredibly catchy. They put on a great show, and they're huge. You know, they've headlined Wembley. They've had a top 10 album. They're not, we're not mucking about here. They're a band that should get far more recognition than they get, just for the sheer quality of their songs alone, really. So I recommend you go see Within Temptation. Yes, you can do this while you're watching them. You can wear flappy frocks, and that's including the blokes, and you can pretend that you're in Mordor if you want, although they haven't made a song that was anywhere in that kind of area for about 10 years, but anyway, whatever. Rob Zombie, one riff and some bloke going, hey. Okay, so that's Friday out of the way, brilliant. Okay, for each day I've picked a band that you should avoid, okay? So here's a band to avoid for Friday, Powerman 5000. Fucking rubbish. Right. Okay, Saturday's all about Dying Fetus opening the main stage. All lols aside, all mega lols aside, to have a brutal death metal band opening the main stage Download is great. It's brilliant for death metal. It's brilliant for fans of proper metal, extreme metal, and all the rest of it. It's great for Dying Fetus, let's face it. Although it all kind of came out of a bit of an online joke, it's going to be brilliant to see the reaction they get. I think they'll have a big crowd, and they'll probably tear the place apart. I'd avoid that mosh pit if you're of a sensitive disposition. They are a genuinely brilliant band, anyway. And even if you find a lot of brutal death metal a bit too much or a bit too hectic or whatever, they're a band with a lot of grooves and a lot of kind of mosh-worthy parts, so check them out. Other things to check out on Saturday, Ginger Wildheart's headlining the acoustic stage. That will be phenomenal, obviously. There's a brilliant band called Nothing More that you may have read about. See which stage they're playing on. They're playing on the Red Bull stage. Their new album is great. It's not 100% my kind of thing in a way, but they're quite original, really intelligent band. They've got a really distinctive sound, and I gather that they're killer live, so go and check them out. Upon a Burning Body are always good fun, despite the rubbish lyrics. The Black Dahlia Murder are always great live, as long as Trevor keeps his shirt on. American Head Charge. Now, I've heard a couple of people mushing going, "Why are they second on the bill? No one cares about them anymore." Well, no, I don't suppose they do, but The War of Art is a fucking brilliant album, and actually the second album was great too. And they've got a new album on the way, and they're a genuine bunch of psychos, so I reckon that'll be a treat. So I recommend you go and check them out. Behemoth are headlining the Pepsi Max stage. Oh God, I just keep thinking about Pepsi Max. It's horrid. Behemoth are on blistering form at the moment. Saw them at the Forum earlier this year. They were absolutely fucking incredible. Unfortunately, their performance clashes with, for me, the highlight of the weekend, which is on the second stage, in a row, starting from about, 4 o'clock or something, Orange Goblin, Monster Magnet, The Wild Hearts, Twisted Sister and Status Quo. That for me is, okay, yes, it's an old farts afternoon, I don't really care. If I wanted to be cool, I would, pretend that I like loads of shit scene bands, but I don't. There's lots of young bands that I love as well. But in terms of standing in a field drinking heavily with my friends, Orange Goblin, perfect. Monster Magnet, nearly always brilliant. The Wild Hearts guaranteed to be a total sing-along fest. Twisted Sister, one of the greatest heavy metal bands of all time, one of the bands that got me into this kind of music in the first place. And then Status Quo, who I've never seen. And it could be rubbish, but I don't think it will be. They've got loads of tunes. As long as they don't play In the Army Now or Margarita Time, we'll be fine. And I'll be out of my mind by that point anyway, so it makes no fucking difference. I'm basically avoiding the main stage on Saturday, but I'm sure it'll be hugely popular. I mean, I'm kind of sad that I'm missing Killswitch, but I'll be watching Dying Fetus. And then, obviously, my band to avoid for Saturday is Linkin Park, playing their awful debut album, Hybrid Theory, which is, of course, awful. Right, Sunday, trying to rattle through this because I've already been going on for 10 minutes. Jesus Christ. Sunday. The band of the day for me, who are playing on the Red Bull stage, is King 810. I don't know if you've heard them yet, or know anything about them, but all I'm going to say is they are the new band of the year for me. Their debut album, which comes out in a couple of months, is absolutely fucking mind blowing. And if you like early Slipknot and anything with kind of a lot of heaviness, aggression, and real edge to it, like genuine edge rather than pretending to be scary, they're actually this band are the real fucking thing. Go and check them out. They're on quite early in the afternoon, I think. I might try and go and catch Monuments as well because they're one of my favourite of the gent bands, and their new album's brilliant. Obviously, I'll be watching Suicide Silence. Fucking amazing. I'm sure they're going to get an incredible reception and always great live. And I might catch a bit of Dillinger if I get the chance because Dillinger are always brilliant live. Who to avoid on that stage? Crazy Town. Avoid Crazy Town. Well, I don't know. I'm not sure. I might go and catch a bit of Crazy Town. It's just once they've played Butterfly, what else are they going to do? Well, I suppose they could do Revolving Dough, the bakery song. But can anyone else name any of their songs? I don't know, really. And is Shitty Shell Suit going to be good, or is he going to be unctuous and revolting? I don't know. Who knows? Right, on the main stage, on the second stage, Avatar, I reckon are worth checking out. I've dismissed them until I actually heard their new album, and it's really good. It's got some great riffs on it, some great songs, and matey Johannes or whatever his name is seems like a really good frontman to me. So check them out. Sepultura, people can bang on about, they're in a reunion with Max. When are you going to do that? I hope they never do it, just to piss off all the whiny people that think reunions are brilliant, because they're not. It's boring. Sepultura still killer live. And they'll play Refuse Resist, and everybody will go bonkers. All good. Philip Anselmo and the Illegals, top-notch entertainment, I imagine, is Phil. I loved that album. A lot of people didn't, but whatever. It's a good opportunity to see him doing something other than Down, I guess, so that's all cool. Then it's Trivium headlining, always good at Download. It's kind of their real stamping ground, really. So that should be a treat. Like, good to see them headlining a stage as well. Avoid on that day, for God's sake, avoid Seether, one of the most boring bands on the planet. Oh God, droning arena rock twaddle. And then the Pretty Reckless. Don't even if you're there, just turn your back on the Pretty Reckless because film star vanity projects are just bullshit, and I'm just, who cares? Just awful on every level. Right, on the main stage, I'm nearly finished, don't worry. On the main stage, it's pretty much Old Farts Day, or Classic Rock Day on Sunday. Red Dragon Cartel, I mean, whatever. Jakey Lee played with Ozzy, so hats off and all that, but anyway. Wingnut are playing. I think I'm trying to avoid Wingnut. Buck Cherry, I've got a soft spot for Buck Cherry. Sorry, their last album was great as well. So I'll be checking them out. Avoid Richie Sambora. Who cares about Richie Sambora without... I mean, I don't even like Bon Jovi, but if you want to see Richie Sambora on stage, you want the fucking grinning twit next to him, don't you? Surely. You don't want him. I mean, what does he do apart from play the guitar? Has he got songs? Who knows? Richie Sambora's going to turn up anyway and make some sandwiches or whatever. Volbeat are good fun. Steel Panther will be hilarious because I'll be drunk. I'm not sure if it'd be as funny if I was sober, but that's not really an issue at Download, is it? And then Alter Bridge kind of killing the party vibe somewhat there, second on the bill. I quite like Alter Bridge, but it's going to be a bit depressing compared to everything that's gone on before it, really. And then Aerosmith, who bizarrely I've never seen Aerosmith before. So everybody go and watch Aerosmith, obviously. I mean, I have a feeling that they're probably going to play mainly stuff from the kind of post-permanent vacation era, which is a shame because I don't really like any of that. One or two songs aside, I was just not into that kind of thing, really. I love the early stuff, so I'm hoping that they play some of the first 5 or 6 albums material. At least Walk This Way, something like that would be nice, wouldn't it? So there you go. Who did I say to avoid? Richie Sambora, yeah, awful. Why would you go and see that? I probably will watch it, and I'll stand there moaning all the way through it. But anyway, that's my Download previews. Rubbish, wasn't it? Just me talking very quickly and naming some bands and being rude about Richie Sambora. Anyway, whatever, give a fuck. It's fun times. And I was going to say, I'll see you at Download, but hopefully I won't. Hopefully I'll just be able to stand with my friends and that I won't, have people come up to me and say, I saw your Iron Sandwich on Download, it was shit. And throwing a pint at me. Actually, I'll open my mouth. Free drink. Right, okay, that's it. Yeah, have a great time at Download. Hopefully the weather will be tolerable and nobody will die horribly in a freak hurricane. Remember to tidy up after yourselves as well. And if you vomit, do it on yourself rather than other people. There you go. That's my wise words for you. I'm going to click this button and go away now. Thanks a lot, folks, for watching me talking shit. And I'll start reviewing albums again soon. Honestly, I haven't been asked. I've been too tired. It's my age, you see, and the Alzheimer's. Keep forgetting to do it. Right, cheers. Take care. See you in the field.